Good
I only see a
afternoon.
poodle.
It's Lynn here from
I
the
only
Learn
see
English
a poodle.
Network, and April's started to talk. So, hi, April. Okay, I've just started the stream. Sorry, let me do my blurb. So, we're in our skybox. Now, when I say skybox, I mean skybox. It's a box, and it's in the sky. And the reason we use the Skybox, it's a very clever piece of software developed by very clever people, which allows us to just immerse ourselves a little bit in different places from Google Maps, okay? And you can see today the theme is going to be sleep still because we're in a bed shop. Don't you love it? And sadly, Shiny and April can't see it, um, but you can see that it's got lots of sheets, night dresses, even towels, um, dressing gowns, bedding. Yeah, it's got loads of stuff, honestly. You'll have to take my word for it, guys, or watch the stream. So, take a pew. Now, Shiny was asking about the how to get here. Um, if you get the the link in a message, you can't click on it. Well, it depends how you've got your permissions set up, but generally you can't click on it. What you do is you cut and paste it into the address bar, okay? And then you should be able to just click return and end up at that place. Or, especially for this session, click on a telepad. You'll get a little menu and you'll see um, round here, I think, Skybox. Okay, it won't show up now because we're in the Skybox. It'll only show you where you can go, not where you are. So if I wanted to go to the sandbox, I'd just click on sandbox. Okay, I'll just demonstrate that it works. So I'll click on sandbox. Then you click on the actual teleport station. Okay, and it takes you to the sandbox. Like that. So now I've disappeared for everybody who's in that room. I'm at the sandbox. I want to go back to the skybox. Click on the teleport station. Skybox. Click on the teleport station again. And I'm back in the room. Okay, so Shiny, if you watch the video, then you'll be able to see exactly what I did. But it does work. Okay. You just need to know what the different areas are called. Play around with it. Just zoom about the sim. Now, lag might make it a bit slow, in which case, wait for me to send you a teleport link. Okay, April, you were trying to say something when I started my blurb, so would you like to continue?
I have only said that you said that we should see a picture, but I only see a black poodle there on the ground on the floor.
Oh, okay, you can see the black poodle. Okay, we were talking about
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Where has he got? Oh, there he is. Oh, let me get rid of him. He doesn't want to be floating around up here. Okay, there you go. Bye bye, poodle. So, Shiny, last week we were discussing. Can you tell April? Because April, I don't think you were here, were you? It was Tough Guy and yourself, Shiny.
No, I wasn't here.
Okay, so Shiny, could you talk to us about, or tell April about what we were talking about last week? Can you remember?
Yes, I remember that we talk about brain,
Yeah, and
and
specifically,
and our
why are we in a bed shop now? What were we
yes,
talking about specifically?
because sleep is very important. If we lack of sleep, and it will deprive, the condition of our brain.
That's
It
right.
make our brain, it's bad at our health. It may cause some disease like diabetes,
That's right.
something like that.
Yeah, it was how it affects the whole body. Now, April, you're looking after your grandchild, but I take it you don't have to actually have him stay with you. He's not staying in your house. Am I right?
You mean the whole day, 24 hours?
24 hours overnight is what I'm talking
Sometimes,
about. Oh,
uh,
right. Does he keep you
sometimes.
awake?
No, not really.
Okay, well, that's good. So, this week we're going to talk about why sleeping is so important and also how you feel when you aren't well rested. Now, I've changed the format of the session a little bit because of Shiny's feedback. And Shiny, please, 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 don't worry about giving feedback. It's what I live for. I'm so glad when people do. So many people just don't give me feedback. So don't apologise for saying, what you would like. That's... Oh, Monique's... Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can find Monique. Monique's trying to join us. I'll just offer her a teleport. She might be able to find us up here, but she might not. Okay. So, um, let's just have a look at a little bit of vocabulary. April, could you read out just those first 6 words for me? Hi, Monique.
Hi there. Hello, hello. Okay, now I can see. Eileen, Shiny, April.
Hi, hi, hi. Take a seat. Sorry, April, were you able to read the list? Just those 6 words.
Yes. Dreams, jet lag, insomnia, nightmares, snoring, morning person. Okay.
Okay, so this is all about sleep, Monique, by the way. We've already established
Okay.
that, okay? Any of those words not familiar?
I only wondering if jet lag is only a term about flying.
It tends to be yes, because it's about changing time zones. Now, I don't know about you, but when the times change, when the clocks change, if I lose an hour of sleep, I almost feel jet lagged. But it's more about flying a long way. Your body doesn't have time to adjust, and your sleep patterns go out of whack. Businessmen suffer from jet lag, and it's a horrible feeling. You're working during your night time as far as your body clock is concerned. We have this internal body clock, and it's quite a strong natural rhythm, our circadian rhythm, if you remember, we talked about before. And it's no longer working properly. As far as your body's concerned, it is still 3 o'clock in the morning, but you have to be at work because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the place where you've landed. And that's when you suffer from this term jet lag. Have any of you ever had jet lag? No, Shiny? Oh, lucky, lucky. Monique, have you ever suffered from jet lag?
No,
No?
no,
April?
no.
April, you sometimes fly the other side. What do you do to...
Yeah,
Whee!
but but for me, if I fly so far away, the only things that I have, the only problem that I will have is that I will be. Yeah, it depends on where I'm going, because if I go to my family, for example, when I arrived there, we have a lot of to talk, so I can't sleep. But it's not because of jet lag, I think. And on the opposite side, if I go home, I come home and there is very silence here because after the long holiday like that with the family and return home, then it will be very, very silent. So and I will sleep the whole day. So I don't know if it is jet lag or is it just something else.
I would say it probably is jet lag, but you have the luxury of just being able to go to sleep and let your body catch up with um, the right time. When hubby goes to America or Australia, quite often he's off the plane and straight into work, and that's when it can get really bad. And he's developed some techniques for overcoming this sleeplessness, and one of them involves not going to sleep before he travels. I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
good or effective, but yeah, I know. So that he can sleep on the plane. And he times it depending on when the flight is and when he'll be landing. But if he can figure it out, okay, I'm landing at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to sleep on the plane, then he'll stay up till his flight, sleep on the plane, and then land and feel hopefully refreshed. I've never suffered from jet lag either. I think because I don't have to hit the ground running, I can take my time, book into a hotel, sleep, catch up. You've only moved between countries in Asia. Yeah, if you're in the same time zone, then no, you don't. If it's just a couple of hours out, you don't really get jet lag. It's when you're literally flipping the clock round, your day becomes night and your night becomes day. Okay? Any other words you're not sure of? Do you all know insomnia? Have any of you ever suffered from insomnia?
According to Bubbly, if you say insomnia, it must be a very, very, very heavy sleepless
Yeah,
period, not
that's it.
only for one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It is. Last week we talked about this word disorder. It is a sleep disorder. It's a miserable thing to suffer from. I started to get insomnia, and I had to deal with it because it's awful. When you wake up wide awake, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's like you just cannot, for the life of you, get back to sleep. And then during the day, you're absolutely exhausted, and all you can do is little naps. You can't get a good night's sleep. You can't even sleep during the day. It's awful, and it's often caused by different disorders or illnesses can cause insomnia. It's not just worry or sleepless nights or baby waking you up, April. Oh, I think there is. Yes, there was that film Sleepless in Seattle, wasn't it? Was he an If you suffer from it and you've been diagnosed, then you are an insomniac. Okay. Was it Sleepless in Seattle, Shiny?
Oh, that is another one. That's with Tom Hanks. With
Oh,
Robert De Niro,
okay,
it's quite
okay.
thriller. Yeah, it's a thriller.
Oh dear. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember which film it was, but I know sleep has been part of several films. There was another one where somebody was housebound and couldn't sleep and ended up using binoculars to watch his neighbours, and he saw a murder. I can't remember that one either, what it was called. I think that was James Stewart. Is it Robert Downey Jr.? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Or De Niro. I don't know. Robert De Niro? That would be De Niro, I think. Anyway, let's carry on.
I don't.
I
I
can't.
never know that he has junior. He, does he have?
No, Robert Downey
No.
Jr. and Robert De Niro, two different people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Robert De Niro, he was in a film called Sleepers, but I can't think of a film about actually being sleepless.
Insomnia. Yeah, there is one film with De Niro.
Called Insomnia.
Yep.
Ah, let's have a look. I don't think I've. Oh yeah, Insomnia,
With
2002.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll have to.
With
Is it
Robin
any good?
Williams. I don't know. No, no. I can't remember that. I was googling that. So
Ah,
I can't
okay.
remember that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
a
Robin
thriller.
Williams and Al
Yeah,
Pacino. My goodness.
he lives in a place where very cold. I think in the Arctic at that moment, and then there is a criminal, a murderer, and yeah, it's very suspense.
It's a thriller then. It's very suspenseful. So there you go. A good cop can't sleep because he's missing a piece of the puzzle, and a bad cop can't sleep because his conscience won't let him. I like it. Oh, I'm going to have to watch that one, I think. I'll see if it's on Netflix. Thank you, Shiny. Thank you. I didn't know about that. Okay, any other... Everybody knows what snoring is, yes. To snore.
Yeah.
Do any of you snore?
No.
Are you sure? Would your husband agree?
Yeah, he agrees. I'm sure.
My husband swears he doesn't snore, but he bloody well does. I'm going to record him one day and put it on YouTube because he's awful. He wakes me up, and then when I complain in the morning, he goes, "I don't snore," and I'm like, "Pa." Everybody snores. Exactly, April. Exactly. It might be a big, loud snore. It just might be little snorts. Does the baby snore, April? I love baby snoring. Yeah.
But it depends on your position. I mean, you can snore if you don't. Yeah, maybe if you are not. If you are lying down, but in a, I don't know, in a awkward position or something like that. I mean,
Yeah,
it
if you
depends
lie
of
on your
of
back,
head.
you're more
Yeah.
likely to snore. What I sometimes do with hubby is I just keep poking him till he rolls over. Literally, I just poke him with my finger on my elbow, and he doesn't wake
Yeah,
up.
I'm
I
the
do it very
same.
gently, but he moves, and then silence. It's blissful.
I have to jump over the mattress, you know, like oh my gosh, move because you're snoring.
It is horrible though, isn't it? Because there you are, lying
Yeah.
awake, you can't sleep, and that person is lying next to you, keeping you awake. Deep, lovely, beautiful sleep, and he's stealing yours. Okay, and you know what it means by a morning person. I'm sure you must have discussed this in with Natasha at least. To be a morning person. So who here is a morning person? I am. I am a morning person. I wake up. I'm in quite a good mood normally. I wouldn't say I bounce out of bed, but I'm quite happy to get up, go make tea. Hubby, God, he's not a morning. Do not speak to my husband in the morning. Okay, he's a grump. Who here's a morning person? April, are you a morning person? Bright and breezy?
No,
Ah!
no. But I am very flexible. I can wake up early in the morning without problem. I will be very happy. I will not grumpy. I will not be grumpy. But I can also sleep over. Sleep over, is it? It's right.
Sleep in.
Over.
To sleep
Sleep in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can also sleep in, and no problem with waking up. So I'm very, very, very flexible. Now, if my grandson will come here, so I have to be a morning person.
Yeah.
But if in the weekend, then I will be a late. What is that? Late? Not a. I will be a day person then.
Okay, so let's think. At the weekend or on the weekend, not in the weekend. During the weekend, you can say. During the weekend. Or over the weekend, even. To say that's sort of like the duration. But at or on the weekend. Okay. At the weekend is more British, on the weekend is more American. Okay. Shiny, so you how you really? You're a morning person since you started attending Natasha's sessions. Has it changed your sleep patterns, Shiny? Take the mic.
Yes, because I have to wake up uh, in at 4 o'clock in my
Oh,
time.
OMG.
Hmm.
That's not being a morning person. You're turning into a nocturnal creature. Wow. I mean, I respect your willingness to learn English, but ooh, I don't know if it's very good for you. That's a midnight person. Yeah, I know. Do be careful, Shiny. Don't you know now how important sleep is for you? So make sure you're getting enough sleep. Monique, are you a morning person?
Yes, definitely. I
Definitely.
am, and I really enjoy, every day like a hey, I always smile, hey, good morning, and I like it, and and I think it's good because you're always in good mood and in a good mood, and you're always positive, and you're thinking about all the things that you have to do, so it's like a new day,
Awesome.
new
Wow.
everything. So
Fun
I
to be
like that.
around.
Yeah, I like it.
And
So
does everybody...
that's why I don't have.
Yeah, carry on.
No, that's why I like sometimes just to get up early. I mean, I've been able, or no, I won't be able to wake up early the last couple of months because I've been doing a lot of things, and plus my my pain in my back,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, but it's nice, and I really enjoy that. I prefer mornings than just stay late at night, when it comes to some.
Well, I'd have bet on... I would have said I would have bet on you're being a morning person because you sometimes come to these sessions and I know it's very early for you and you're always... Sometimes you do sound a bit sleepy, but you're never grumpy.
Yeah.
And how is your back
No.
now? How is your back now? Is it getting better?
Not good. I mean, no, because oh no, let's say that I'm okay. Finally, I know what I have. I have a herniated disc, which is not good. However, the good news is it's not compressing the nerve, so I don't need surgery. So it's only therapy or physiotherapy that I need at the moment. But oh gosh,
Welcome to the
no,
club.
no.
Okay,
Sometimes,
I can just tell
yeah,
you, it does get better. It
I know,
does
but
get better. It
the thing
takes
is, I had to stop.
time.
I had
Yeah,
to stop work.
yeah.
I had to stop a lot of things, and I was like, oh my gosh, and my legs both sore. So it was like, ugh. But
Yes,
anyway,
that's
I'm here.
sciatica. Okay. I also have a herniated disc, and I haven't had to have an operation, and I'm doing a lot to make sure I don't have to have an operation. Don't let them cut you open. Just don't. Do everything you can to stop them from doing that. But yeah, I mean, physiotherapy. I mean, I go to the gym 3 times a week now, so you just need to build up other muscles, your core muscles, to
Yeah,
protect the bit that's given
the
way.
educate. That's what they say.
Yeah, it's
Your
the
muscles.
theory is true. The theory is true. But the worst thing you can do is not move. So you need to keep moving. You need to keep moving and go to your physio. Really, just
Yep.
do your exercise that they give you every day. Don't skip because you don't feel like it. Just keep going. Oh, bless you. Oh, I do feel for you. I really do. I can remember what it was like, and it's unbelievably painful, screamingly painful, and yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on to sleep. Hopefully, it's not
Yeah.
depriving you of your sleep. Shiny, could you read the next few words for us, please?
Yes, 6. Sleep deprivation, nap, sleepless nights, sleeping pills, night owl, light sleeper.
Very good, very good. Well done. Sleep deprivation. What most parents suffer from, new parents especially, they are deprived of sleep. To be deprived of something, yeah? Okay. And a nap, everybody knows what a nap is, yeah? Yep. So a little sleep. We sometimes call it a snooze, or to drop off for a moment. I just dropped off. It's like when, I don't know if you've ever done that, but literally your head goes, you're like, oh, and then you wake up. You're like, oh, where am I? Who are you? Okay. Sleepless nights, again, sleep deprivation, sleepless nights, often associated with babies, April. Sleeping pills. Now, has anybody here ever resorted to sleeping pills?
No.
Oh, April's typing. Never needed to. Okay. Never needed to. Never needed to. Okay. Or oh, hang on. I hate the chat in here. I have never needed to, which is good. Shiny, have you ever needed to take sleeping pills? Oh, Shiny, can you hear me?
I spoke.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Sorry. I mean, I say that I've never had that chance because I sleep well. I never
Okay,
had the
then
problem.
don't say I've never had that chance. That's more something that you would look forward to. I never had the chance to go to university. I never had the chance to travel to England. Something you wish you had had the opportunity for. With sleeping pills, I would say I've never had that problem. Okay?
Because I take it as a kind of experience.
Yeah,
So
but
I
it wouldn't really be an experience that you would want to have. Okay. An experience you want to have, you might call it a chance, the opportunity. An experience that you would rather do without. For example, if you said to Monique, "Oh, I've never had the chance to go to physiotherapy," she'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand, but
So I've
I
never had
understand,
to do that. Yeah, I've never had to do that.
but yeah, but I have a desire of trying it because
Why?
because it doesn't hurt, right?
But it's not good. I mean, in
Really
general,
not
when it comes
good.
to sleep, yeah, sleeping pills is something that you don't want to take, but I don't know.
And then you've got the other problem with these kind of drugs is they are addictive. Okay.
Exactly.
And it's only you only really need them if you have chronic insomnia, and there are lots of harmful side effects as well. They reckon that between a third and half of Americans actually have insomnia. I mean, can you imagine that?
Well,
Yeah, it's awful. I have had sleeping pills, by the way. Post car accident, couldn't sleep. Post traumatic stress disorder, believe it or not. And I had to take sleeping pills. I took them for a week. I hated how they made me feel. I stopped taking them. And I learnt to live with the insomnia until I kind of cured myself through meditation and other means. Okay, so really not something I would say, Shiny, that you should look forward to having. Just not nice. Although that said, last night I took night nurse. I don't know if you can hear, I've still got this cold hanging around. And I actually thought, okay, I've got to be up early tomorrow. And I took a dose of night nurse. Slept like a baby. Yes, absolutely. The drugs are a gift to humanity, but we often misuse the gifts that we are given, sadly. There you go. That's human nature.
Night what, Lynn? Night nurse?
Night nurse, yes.
What
Night
is that? What
nurse.
is that?
It's a cough medicine. It's for colds and flus, and you take it, and it stops you coughing and sneezing through the whole night, and it kills the aches and pains, and it actually helps you sleep. It's the sort of medication that you shouldn't drive after you've taken. It's called Night Nurse, and you can get it in Germany, and it works, but you can't give it to babies. Okay, so sleeping
never
pills,
heard that.
try to avoid. Try to avoid. I think it's made by Wix, or Vicks as they call it in Germany, but I couldn't swear to it. But it really helped me because I hadn't slept the night before. I'd had a sore throat and I was coughing, and I thought, okay, that's because I don't like taking these things, but I was so tired, okay, let's get the night nurse out. Then we've got the night owl. You all know what a night owl is, don't you?
Yeah.
Natasha's sessions used to be called night owl. I think they're more evening owl now, though, at the moment. But night owls, people who like to stay awake all night. Monique, you've already said you're not a night owl, yeah?
No, I'm more like an early bird.
You're an early bird. Excellent. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The opposite would be early bird. The early bird catches the worm. But who wants to eat worms? April, are you a night owl?
I am. I've never slept before midnight.
Gosh,
I will
you
feel
don't fall
guilty.
asleep before midnight. I turn into a pumpkin at midnight.
No, I will feel guilty. Oh, it's still 12 o'clock. Another film.
Really?
Watch another film.
Gosh, no.
Yeah, but then, yeah, in the meantime, when I watch the film after midnight, uh, I could fall asleep. I could fall asleep. So I don't need any sleeping pills to go to sleep after a long night, a long night waking up.
After a
How do
night
you say
awake,
it, Lynn?
or after a
After a
long
night
night
awake.
would be after a long night would be fine as well. I mean,
Okay.
I'm afraid I'm the sort of person that when hubby says, "Oh, shall we watch another episode?" I look at my watch and go, "No, it's 10 o'clock. Let's watch something that's half an hour."
The same.
Are you
I
the
do
same, Monique?
No,
Yeah.
no, no. Yeah, the same. No. After 10, I said no, no, no. Okay, if you wanna just watch something, like anything, but no, something that I really want to watch. So, yeah,
In case you
because I
fall
don't like
asleep.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, sometimes we have watched something at the weekend, especially. Not if I'm working the next day,
Yeah.
but at the weekend. And I will fall asleep in the chair, and then I'll say, and hubby will say, "Do you want me to delete that?" And I go, "No, you better keep it. I missed half of it." And then I have to catch up with it during the day. It's terrible. Shiny, what about you? Are you a night? I think you're a night owl and an early bird.
Yeah, I've never been a night owl because it has become a routine that I wake up uh, early in the morning, and it's good to start a day, in with Natasha's session. But because it has become a routine, I wake at the same time every day, and when it becomes Saturday and Sunday, it's not good because I still wake up at the same time and I have nothing to do. I feel
You've really changed your body clock, haven't you? It's like you've reset your body clock.
Yes.
Gosh, okay. Yeah, that is early, isn't it, April? And what about light sleeper? Are you light sleepers? Or do you sleep like a log? Do you know what it means by being a light
Like-
sleeper? Monique?
When you wake up, at any moment, or you cannot have that deep sleep that they call. I don't know.
Yeah, it means that the slightest noise or disturbance will wake you up.
Yeah. No,
Par-
I'm not. I don't. Yeah, I think that it changed when I got married for some reason. Yeah, I think that or I have a light or I am a light sleeper, and I don't know, but it depends. When I'm really tired, nothing can just disturb my sleep. But yeah, but I think in general, or I don't know if it's sort of condition, like, women that we have.
I
But
know.
it's not like my husband. Oh my gosh, my husband, when he's sleeping, gosh, it's just like a log, like you said. Yeah.
A snoring
So
log.
no one can. Yeah, that's course. But yeah, but
Okay. I mean, it is. I know something happens to women when they have babies, that they suddenly become light sleepers if they if they hear the baby. The baby's kind of got them trained to wake them up. What about you, April? Are you a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper?
It depends actually.
Hmm.
I in the middle of the night, I could wake up when it is stormy. When it is
Oh.
stormy, yeah, I guarantee I will wake up. And sometimes I can't sleep anymore because I'm afraid of bad weather. But last week, for example, it was also stormy, but it was so cozy in my bed, and I fell asleep after about a couple of seconds. But for example, once it was a light earthquake. I woke up too, yeah.
Oh, I
And
would think that's not being a light sleeper. An earthquake should wake you up.
yeah, yeah, but it was only a small one, so
Oh, a slight
but I'm
tremor.
not sure.
Yeah.
A slight, a light slam,
A slight tremor.
a slight tremor,
Yeah, or a
a
light
slight
tremor would
tremor.
work as well. So it's not really an earthquake to me is when everything starts to move. We get light
Ah,
tremors
okay,
round
no.
here, and sometimes they wake me up, sometimes not. What about Shiny? When you do go to bed, I'm not sure. Are you a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper?
First, I don't get what is what a light sleeper and a
Okay.
heavy sleeper is.
Okay, so my husband is a heavy sleeper. So, for example, when he's snoring and I try to get him to roll over, I can push him and he will not wake up. He's fast asleep. It honestly is quite funny. I'm sure if anybody saw it, it would be like, "What are you doing?" So I have to sort of just nudge him till he rolls over. He does not wake up. He can't remember, and sometimes he'll have a conversation with me, and he'll go, "Oh, sorry," or whatever. I'll say, "You're snoring." "Oh, sorry." He will not remember it in the morning. He's a very heavy sleeper. Now me, I'll be asleep and then Leica will get up or she doesn't sleep on the bed, but she sleeps in the bedroom. She'll come round to my side of the bed, one little tap of her nose, and I'll wake up and I know she wants to go outside because I'm a very light sleeper. Little noises, disturbances, hubby coming to bed will wake me up. Okay, so I'm a light sleeper. Which one are
But
you?
if you take a sleeping pill, I think you will be a heavy sleeper.
Yes,
This
that's the
is
danger
so
of
bad.
sleeping pills as well. You don't wake up even when there's an earthquake. Or the alarm goes off, you still won't wake up. Okay, you got it? So which would you say you are, Shiny? A light sleeper, you wake up at the slightest noise, or a heavy sleeper, nothing will wake you?
I think I am a light sleeper, not very, but a light sleeper because I wake up in the midnight because of uh, pouring. Because when it's pouring at midnight, I wake up. But don't you think that the men tend to be a heavy sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the same feeling.
It's true. It's true. I think men just have this knack of being. I mean, not all men. I know men who are insomniacs. Okay, I mean with proper disorders. So you tend to meet them in gaming chat rooms. You're like, what time is it where you are? 3 in the morning, couldn't sleep. But so you'd say I wake up in the middle of the night. That could be any time, sort of 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the middle of my night. Or I wake up at midnight. That would be 12 o'clock midnight. Okay. Um, so yeah, I think generally men tend to be heavier sleepers than women, and women. It can depend on our monthly rhythms as well as to how well we sleep or not. So we're very much more at the mercy of the moon, I think. Okay. Okay, so
But you know
let's.
something?
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
carry on. No.
I was thinking about that thing, and for example, when I go to I mean, when I change weather or climate, and when it's more, because I live in a cold city, but when I go to some place, because okay, to the summer house, there is like a, I changed my my, I don't know, my sleep somehow, because it's like I don't I the only thing I want to do is sleep. So they say, where is Monique? I'm asleep. And it's like, there is the only place where I can sleep for hours and hours. I feel like when I go there, it's like, oh my gosh, my body needs this rest, and I need just to sleep. But it's incredible. And when I wake up, I feel dizzy, somnolent, like, I need my bed again, But it's weird. But it's because of the weather. I'm talking about, I don't know, 30 Celsius degree or so, and of course completely different than my current climate. And yeah, but it's something weird, but I really enjoy it because it's a very good moment just to to rest and to give something different to my body.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose it depends how you look at it, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Always try to find the positive side of these. I mean, when I go first couple of nights into a strange area, it's usually the bed actually because of my back. Um, if the bed's too soft, for example, I'll be very restless. Okay, which brings me to a couple of verbs actually. Monique, could you read these verbs? These are all verbs to do with sleeping.
Okay. To John,
To
to
yawn.
dream, to John, to
Yawn.
dream,
Not yawn.
John,
That jaw,
John,
yaw.
John.
Like yaw.
Okay. To John, to dream, to snore, to sleep, to stay up, to sleepwalk, to snooze.
Snooze. Yeah, the snooze, like the
Yeah.
nap. Okay, very good. So, do any of you yawn a lot during the day?
It depends.
Any of you feel like yawning now? Does the baby yawn, April? Yeah. Does he make you yawn? Because I am very susceptible to yawning. Anybody yawns around me, I will yawn too.
Not really, actually. I think I only yawn at night, never on during the day.
I've just started yawning.
I will be sleepy. I will be sleepy, but I will not yawn, Lynn. It's very strange because
That is odd.
very very frequent or now I put on the the songs with sleep
Lullabies.
sleep
Lullabies.
lullabies,
Yeah.
sleep lullabies, and my grandson will not go to sleep, and I will be very sleepy. But I'm not yawning.
Oh, I'm terrible with yawning. It doesn't matter. Just talking about yawning will make me want to
Yeah.
yawn. If the dog yawns, I yawn. Honestly,
Yeah.
anybody yawns around me, if I hear this, if I talk about yawning, I'll want to yawn. I'm very susceptible to such things. What about you, Monique? Do you catch yawns? They are very contagious.
It is contagious. I agree with Shiny. It's especially if you are looking at that person and that person is yawning. So it's like, oh, and you start, "Oh," and I have to say, stop, please do something, eat something or do something,
Okay,
but because it's really,
I'm going to have to stop you. You're yawning. It's like yaw, not jaw. You're saying jaw. It's you're yawning. Try and say that. You're yawning.
yawning, yawning, you're yawning,
That's it. Yay!
yawning.
But yeah, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter. I sometimes think maybe I'm just not getting enough oxygen. Oh god! But I think also I'm just susceptible to yawning. Just talking about it is terrible. Shiny. It is contagious. Do you catch yawns, or are you like April? Doesn't affect you. Oh, don't type. Don't type. Talk. Really? Well, people have their own bottle of oxygen in Germany and in the UK, but only if they've got emphysema or some kind of illness. You wouldn't normally walk around with your own oxygen.
No, it's portable.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
I know what
like
you mean. Like a little, yeah,
yes, yes, it's just a little bottle.
yeah.
And because
Why?
uh, and they also sold a boat, a how to say, a ship of oxygen, so you can lie down in that ship, but it's very expensive. It it takes I think $1 million, $1 billion, billion yen.
To go and lie in a ship full of oxygen.
Yeah, because it is because those celebrities, they start to they start doing this thing and they spread this idea. If if you get enough oxygen, and you will work better, or you can get it kind of hypnotize us that we will get if we get enough oxygen, we will our skin will become good, and will become younger. Strange, right?
Very strange. I mean, of course we need oxygen. And I know that Michael Jackson, he used to lie in an oxygen tank, didn't he? Oh,
Yeah.
allegedly lie in an oxygen tank. And oxygenated air is, yeah, it's not bad for you, but really, with everything going on in the world, is that really what you're most worried about?
Yeah.
April, you're not boring. You're not boring. Oh dear. No, if I yawn, it's not because you're boring. It's just that I'm a yawny person. I yawn all the time. It's terrible. And I try to suppress the yawn. I kind of go, and and you could see on my face.
Stop! Stop me!
By the way, I'm not
After
acting
you.
here. I am not acting this. I am actually. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm yawning. I'm trying not to yawn. Oh, this is a terrible subject for me to talk about. But yeah, sometimes people will yawn sarcastically. I mean, you can use a yawn as a weapon. Oh, it's
Or
like
make it
I'm
just,
bored. Yeah. But that's not what I'm doing, honestly. An oxygen tank, yeah. When you said an oxygen ship, I was thinking, oh, no wonder it's $1 billion. If you've got a ship full of oxygen, how do you keep it sealed? So an oxygen tank um, that you can lie in, and
Like a capsule.
yeah, that's it. Yes, exactly. And yes, you can buy canned air as well. You can buy it online if you want to. Air from different places in the world. Okay. Um, which is crazy. But what can I talk about? Uh, yeah, I don't actually understand why people would want to, unless you're going to clean your keyboard or something with those squirty air bottles that you can buy. Why somebody would buy a tin of air on eBay? People have tried it. They've tried to say, oh, air from the Himalayas, air from the Arctic, air from... How would you know? I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
How can you test that or
Well,
or
that's
prove
really...
that? I mean, it's
Yeah, exactly. It's the biggest...
fancy products. I don't know.
It's the same with water. Bottled water from the Himalayas. Bottled water. How do you know? So, Shiny, have you got your own little secret oxygen supply? Shiny, take the mic. Don't type.
Pardon?
Have you
I
got
never.
one? Have you got one yourself?
No, it's expensive. I'm waiting for uh, it become a reasonable price. Like
So would you buy it? Because I'm just reading here, and I know Beijing's got terrible pollution problems, as do many cities in the world.
Uh,
And these guys are buying um, Vitality Air in Canada. They're bottling Canadian air and shipping it to China. Oh my god! Ah, sorry, I can't believe it. Thank you for giving me this topic, Shiny. It's very worrying, but yeah. Wow.
I mean,
That's
it makes
actually
sense
quite
when you
sad,
think
isn't
about
it?
China or that kind of places where the pollution is
Yeah,
really high.
yeah. Reduce the pollution. Don't cause more pollution in other parts of the world by bottling the air and shipping it in. We're not living in Mars, we're not living on Mars or in a space station where we have to ship the air in. For goodness sake, get a grip. Anyway, that's definitely a topic I think for Speakeasy, because um, I don't think I can keep my sense of equilibrium and not swear if I start talking about things like that. Okay, so we've looked at dreaming. We're going to talk more about dreaming in another session. To snore, we've talked about. To sleep, I think you all know that. To stay up. Okay, to stay up. What does that mean if you stay up?
I can stay up while my husband uh, gets home.
Okay, waiting for him to get home, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in other words, to not go to bed, deliberately not go to bed. So my staying up is probably different to your staying up. If I'm still up at 11:30, I'm staying up, maybe to see the new year in, or maybe because hubby's out, or maybe to let the dog out, or let the dog in. But I'm staying up deliberately to not go to bed. Yeah, up late at night. Not to wake up, no. If you wake up at night, that's waking up at night. If you stay up, you've not gone to bed yet. Okay? Children often ask if they can stay up to watch a TV programme, to read another book, to get you to tell them another story. You don't count down the new year? Why not? Shiny, it's fun. That's the only time I might stay up, to be honest, deliberately. I'll wait, and I'll actually have to stay up twice. I stay up once for German New Year, then I have to stay up an extra hour for the British New Year, because my friends and family want to phone me. It's 1 o'clock in my morning. Going, yeah, I'm going to bed now. Thank you. Happy New Year. Bye. Shiny, take the mic.
I think it reminds me that we have a habit that we let children stay up late at night in the last day of the year because we believe that children usually we don't let children stay that late at night because we think it's bad to our health. But the, that day is an exception because we believe that if children step late at night and they will how to say they will become they will get longer long longevity.
They'll live longer.
Anyway, we think it's just a belief. We think that people children will get good things. I don't know how to
Okay,
say
so
that.
it's kind of lucky to let them stay up at New Year. I mean, my mum always let us. It was, as you said, Shiny, the exception. We had our bedtime, and of course we wanted to stay up, and sometimes we snuck downstairs just to listen to what the why I've no idea, but it's a kid thing. Um, but we were allowed to stay up at New Year always to see the New Year in. I'm not sure if my mum thought it would mean that we would live longer. I think she just thought it was a nice thing to do with first footing and all the things we do in the UK, which we could talk about in another session. April, take the mic.
To stay up, is it always with a purpose? So, if we have party, for example, you stay up because you are still busy with the party. You want to watch the film, or you want to wait for the fallen stars. But if you can't sleep. Is that also stay
No,
up? Can we say
no,
also that? No?
no.
What
It
is that?
is
A
with
sleepless.
purpose. Yeah, you're quite right to put it that way. It is with purpose. I was up late. To be up late, that would mean you couldn't sleep, maybe, or you had work to do and you wanted to go to bed, but you had to. You were up late finishing your work off. I had to stay up late to finish off my work, but I couldn't sleep. Yeah, that would indicate you would like to have gone to bed, but you couldn't sleep. And we often say, "Oh, I had insomnia last night," but as we know, insomnia isn't really one night's sleeplessness.
But can I say, for example, oh, I can't sleep, so I will stay up for another film.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can say that. If you can't sleep, you might stay up to do something, um, just just because you think, well, it's no good me going to bed. I might as well stay up and watch another episode of what's that thing you like to watch, April? Okay, good. And then just to finish off, we'll look at the other words. Let's see. To sleepwalk. We haven't talked about sleepwalking. Do any of you have any of you ever sleepwalked? Yeah, it must be sleepwalked. It's not sleptwalked. Do you know what
Do
sleepwalking
you have
is?
to know that, Lynn, to sleepwalk?
That would
Maybe
be
I
great.
was sleeping. Yeah, yeah, I was sleeping. I was sleeping, so I sleepwalk and I go to bed again. So I won't know that I was sleeping. I was walk sleeping or sleeping
Sleepwalking,
walking. What is
sleepwalking,
that?
sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah, if you're a sleepwalker, how would you know? Normally, people tell you. They'll say, why were you eating all the chocolate out of the fridge last night, Lynn?" I say, I wasn't. I must have been sleepwalking. Don't wake me up. It's dangerous to wake up a sleepwalker. I'm not a sleepwalker, well, as far as I know, and I'm sure hubby would have told me if I was a sleepwalker. But that's another condition. It's another disorder. Ah, thank you, Shiny. Let's have a look. Not a horror film, is it? I can imagine making a horrible film about. Oh, it looks like a horror film. Uh, oh, that looks like a horror film. Okay, thanks. But it is a genuine condition that people suffer from, to sleepwalk. And some people have used it as a defence in murder. Do you know what the actual medical term is for sleepwalking? Any ideas? It's a funny word. That's insomnia. Insomnia is the inability to sleep, the disorder, insomnia. But somnambulism. So you've got that you've got that som bit again. Somnambulism is the phenomenon of you're asleep but you're awake. Okay? And yes, I can imagine. It is quite. It seems sinister, doesn't it? No, I wasn't raiding the fridge. I was sleepwalking. I take it none of you have ever, to your knowledge, sleepwalked.
A lot of stories about people who are sleepwalking, and they have I don't have this habit to sleep naked. So they went outside, and they didn't have the key. How can they have the key? So they will be close. They will be shut out outside.
Naked.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of stories.
Scary. That's terrifying. I mean, sleepwalking around the house would be bad enough, but sleepwalking outside, and if I knew I was a sleepwalker, I would wear a night dress. Okay, and then just to finish off, whose turn is it to read? Shiny, I think it's your... April, no. I think it's your turn, isn't it?
Okay. To take a nap, to toss and turn, to fall asleep, to rest, to oversleep.
Very good. So, we're talking about staying up, and we've done snoozing. We've done a nap, but we tend to say, I took a nap, or you need to take a nap, or baby, take a nap. To toss and turn. Now, that's the sort of thing an insomniac might do when they can't sleep. You toss and turn. Do you know what that means?
You turn to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left.
That's right, in bed. So you're lying, when you're tossing and turning, you have to be in bed. That's it, yeah. And you're restless, yeah, to be restless. So you sit up, you lie down.
You can't say to have a nap, Lynn?
You can take a nap, you can have a nap, absolutely. You can even nap, to nap. Yeah, I was napping. I was just having a nap. I was just closing my eyes, resting my eyes. If you're ashamed about having a little nap, you can say, I was just resting my eyes. Okay, of course, to fall asleep, to wake up is the opposite of falling asleep. You can go to bed, but it doesn't mean you fall asleep. You might be tossing and turning for 2 or 3 hours before you fall asleep. To rest, yeah, you can do that at any point. Even awake, you can rest. This means don't be active, just relax, chill out, rest. You can lie on the bed to rest, you can sit in a chair to rest, you can lie on the settee to rest. Okay? But to oversleep, now, what does it mean if you oversleep?
You sleep more than you need.
Yeah. Do you ever oversleep, Shiny?
Yes, I just did it. I think it's the day before yesterday, and it's awful because I got headache.
Oh.
I think it's a bad idea to oversleep.
Yeah, it can be. Um, it can be a bad idea to oversleep. I don't like oversleeping, but it does happen. Even though the alarm went off, if I put snooze, because snooze is also what you can do to an alarm. If I click on snooze and then I fall back asleep, I'm more likely to oversleep that way. I'm much better. The alarm goes off. I'm much better if I get up or at least sit up in bed and go and get myself a cup of tea and sit up in bed and drink my tea. I don't like oversleeping. I can oversleep for like 2 hours. It happens a lot in winter, yeah. Our body clocks again. It's dark. We should be asleep. What about you, April? Do you ever oversleep? Have you ever missed something
Uh,
because you overslept?
no, but Shani said to sleep more than you need, but I don't think more than you need. I think over the time that you have to wake up, I think, no? If I have to wake up at 6 and I oversleep, then maybe I wake up only at 6:30, but it doesn't mean that maybe I only sleep for 1 hour, or
Yeah,
maybe I already sleep for 11 hour. It is possible, no?
yeah, but it basically implies that it's not to do with the length of sleep you have, okay? It's more to do with when you intend. So, when did you set the alarm for? When did you make the appointment for? If you oversleep, you tend to miss something, okay?
Yeah, that is it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you meant to wake up at this particular time. Maybe you meant to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to Natasha's session, but you overslept quite sensibly and you missed the session. Okay. And yeah, it's also, you're right, Shiny. It's nice and snug under the duvet. You're all comfy and warm, so you're less likely to want to wake up. Welcome back, Monique. Monique, do you ever oversleep?
Um, yes, and I don't like the feeling when I wake up. I feel or weird.
Yeah?
It's not. I remember that once I slept for 12 hours. Or oh my gosh, that was too much. And I feel like I don't know, something happens in your body. I don't know how to explain that, but I don't like that feeling. I mean, I think it's too much, but however, you can get used to that. I mean, if you have to to sleep for 12 hours, eventually your body will just get used to that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I'm best on 8 hours. But again, it's not about the
Mm-hmm.
length of time you sleep. It's about wanting to be up at a certain time and not managing it because you were still asleep. You overslept. Okay. Now, what's the difference
Okay.
between to oversleep and to sleep over? Somebody mentioned it earlier. I think it was you, April. You mentioned sleep over. There is a difference, though.
Yeah, I
When I
mixed
say
up
this,
that.
Sorry, April, what were you saying?
To sleep over, is that sleeping somewhere else with a friend?
Yeah, it tends. Yay! He agrees. That's right, Granny. But it's no, to sleep over is not about waking up on time. That's oversleeping. I overslept. I didn't even hear the alarm go off. Now I'm late. Okay, that's oversleeping. Sleepover, it tends to relate to children. Adults don't really have sleepovers, but it's when you go to a friend's house and you stay there the night as a young person, okay? At a friend's house. That is a sleepover or to sleep over. Yeah? Oh, I'm sleeping over at um, Louisa's tonight. I'm too old to have sleepovers now. Okay. So it's a sleepover, but you can also use it as a verb to sleep over. But it tends to imply not adults, okay? It'd be fun to have adult sleepovers. It's the ones where you stay up all night talking. Monique, did you ever do sleepovers as a child?
of course, I
Yay!
remember those nights. It was nice,
Did you sleep?
No,
No.
just a few hours, you
Yeah.
know. But we used to do a lot of things with my friends, and that was nice. I remember that time,
And
the
you
good old
just
times.
lie in bed and you're just talking the whole night through, yeah? Telling stories
Yeah,
and
scary, exactly,
yeah,
scary
yeah.
stories, and just stupid things with the scissors, you know, like no, we jeep properly, but do something like with the scissors. So you do something like that, stupid things, you know, when you're a
Yep,
child.
yep. Play silly games. Yeah, pajama party, April. Absolutely, pajama party. Yeah. And Shiny, what about you? Is it a sort of thing in your country where you have sleepovers? Parents arrange sleepovers?
Never. I've never done it. Never had this experience
It's
because
really popular in the UK and America. I think it came from America, to be honest. But now it's like a rite of passage. Your first sleepover, you know, and the parents organise it between themselves, and there's emergency telephone numbers. And you sound a bit shocked, Shiny. You've never heard of it?
no. I mean, uh, the last part, uh, spend your night at a friend's house. It's impossible here because people like to have distance between each other.
Mm.
It can happen.
Oh,
But
okay.
a night spent by children, I think, is normal, right? If you have a family.
Yes, but this is
But
organising, swapping the children. So, okay, we'll have a sleepover at Janet's, and um, little Jane and little Lisa will go and sleep, and they'll all be in one bedroom, and they'll just take their sleeping bags, and so in the one room as well. It's not the same if you're sleeping in the spare room. It's all in the one room, so that you can just lie awake all night, giggling and being silly. I think it's great. I think it's a real bonding thing.
Exactly, yeah.
What do you mean when you don't have a babysitter, April?
When you have to go somewhere or you have to work, maybe I don't know. It happens to me a couple of times when my son was still a little boy. So I sent him to uh, to, to his friend, and he will sleep over there. Can I say that? Is that sleep over?
I'd call that more babysitting or childminding. It's more of a party thing. A proper sleepover is more of a party thing. Um, Babysitting, childminding is something else because there'd be an adult there. Yeah, so you were sending him there, yes, to sleep over, but it wasn't really a sleepover. A sleepover is more a party atmosphere. It's more an organised thing. Okay, for fun rather than for necessity. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, but from my point of view, it was a necessity, but for him, it was fun because they can play games and yeah, a lot of things, a lot of funny things.
Okay, then it would be a sleepover. You organised a sleepover so that you could go to work. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, I think it's lovely, Shiny. It's a cultural thing. As I say, it didn't exist when I was young, um, but now it's something that's done regularly with. But you have to know the family very well. You have to be friends with the parents. You have to trust them because things can go wrong. You know, your child comes back and has nightmares for 10 weeks because the other children wanted to watch a horror film that you wouldn't let them watch normally. And yeah, it
Yeah,
happens,
it
I'm afraid.
happens. I'm thinking about Chucky.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh.
So they have
That's
to
why
do
I'm traumatized.
There have to be rules set in place about no playing World of War and no watching horror films, but they'll break the rules anyway because rules are meant to be broken. Okay, well we better stop there. We'll carry on talking about this next week if that's okay with you. So now we've got the vocabulary in place. We'll look at a few adjectives and some idioms as well. Okay, so if you'd like to try to find some idioms for next week to do with sleeping and the way you sleep, okay, bring them along, we can share. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, and thank you for coming and taking part. It was fun. And as I say, if you do watch the stream, you'll see what I mean when I said, Monique, by the way, can you see where we are, or is it all white for you?
No, no, it's perfect.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah,
I
it's nice.
deliberately found a shop where we could
Okay,
actually
maybe
be
a
in
what?
amongst all the bedtime
Maybe a
stuff.
bathrobe or something like that.
Yeah, bathrobes, there's a bed, there's sheets, and
Yes.
yeah. But
Towels.
yeah, but April and Shiny couldn't see it, so I was like, oh, never
Oh,
mind.
and I love that umbrella just
Aren't they
in
cute?
front of you. Yeah, it's
And
cute.
the teddy bear. Actually, I think it's a lamb,
Yeah,
actually, the little lamb.
or a sheep.
Okay. Oh, it's definitely a lamb.
Oh, okay.
It's a big lamb, but it's a lamb. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. Okay, take care, everybody. Thanks for coming, and I'll speak to
Thank
you
you.
later. Don't forget, there's no Hangout today. Hangout's gone on a break for a while whilst I do my German and stuff. But there will be a drop-in session um, tomorrow. Okay, not today. I've still got German to do, but tomorrow there'll be a drop-in session on Discord. So I'll send an at everyone notice out tomorrow. Okay, thanks for coming. Take care. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye the baby. Bye
Bye,
bye.
baby. Sleep
Bye.
well. Sleep tight.
Bye. Oh.
Box. Okay, I'll just demonstrate that it works. So I'll click on Sandbox, then you click on the actual teleport station, okay, and it takes you to the sandbox, like that. So now I've disappeared for everybody who's in that room. I'm at the sandbox. I want to go back to the skybox, click on the teleport station, skybox, click on the teleport station again, and I'm back in the room. Okay, so Shiny, if you watch the video, then you'll be able to see exactly what I did, but it does work. Okay, you just need to know what the different areas are called. Play around with it. Just zoom about the sim. Now, lag might make it a bit slow, in which case, wait for me to send you a teleport link. Okay, April, you were trying to say something when I started my blurb, so would you like to continue?
I have only said that you said that we should see a picture, but I only see a black poodle there on the ground on the floor.
Oh, okay, you can see the black poodle. Okay, we were talking about
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Where has he gone? Oh, there he is. Oh, let me get rid of him. He doesn't want to be floating around up here. Okay, there you go. Bye bye, poodle. So, Shiny, last week we were discussing. Can you tell April? Because April, I don't think you were here, were you? It was Tough Guy and yourself, Shiny.
No, I wasn't here.
Okay, so Shiny, could you talk to us about, or tell April about what we were talking about last week? Can you remember?
Yes.
Let's just have a look at a little bit of vocabulary. April, could you read out just those first 6 words for me? Hi, Monique.
Hi there. Hello, hello. Okay, now I can see. Eileen, Shiny, April.
Hi, hi, hi. Take a seat. Sorry, April, were you able to read the list? Just those 6 words.
Yes. Dreams, jet lag, insomnia, nightmares, snoring, morning person. Okay.
Okay, so this is all about sleep, Monique, by the way. We've already established
Okay.
that, okay? Any of those words not familiar?
I only wondering if jet lag is only a term about flying.
It tends to be yes, because it's about changing time zones. Now, I don't know about you, but when the times change, when the clocks change, if I lose an hour of sleep, I almost feel jet lagged. But it's more about flying a long way. Your body doesn't have time to adjust, and your sleep patterns go out of whack. Businessmen suffer from jet lag, and it's a horrible feeling. You know, you're working during your night time as far as your body clock is concerned. We have this internal body clock, and it's quite a strong natural rhythm, our circadian rhythm, if you remember, we talked about before. And it's no longer um, working properly. As far as your body's concerned, it is still 3 o'clock in the morning, but you have to be at work because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the place where you've landed. And that's when you suffer from this term jet lag. Have any of you ever had jet lag? No, Shiny? Oh, lucky, lucky. Monique, have you ever suffered from jet lag?
No,
No?
no,
April?
no.
April, you sometimes fly the other side. What do you do to... Whee!
But but for me, if I fly so far away, the only things that I have, the only problem that I will have is that I will be. Yeah, it depends on where I'm going, because if I go to my family, for example, when I arrived there, we have a lot of to talk, so I can't sleep. But it's not because of jet lag, I think. And on the opposite side, if I go home, I come home and there is very silence here because after the long holiday like that with the family and return home, then it will be very very silent. So and I will sleep the whole day. So I don't know if it is jet lag or is it just something else.
I would say it probably is jet lag, but you have the luxury of just being able to go to sleep and let your body catch up with um, the right time. When hubby goes to America or Australia, quite often he's off the plane and straight into work, and that's when it can get really bad. And he's developed some techniques for overcoming this sleeplessness, and one of them involves not going to sleep before he travels. I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
good or effective, but yeah, I know. So that he can sleep on the plane, and he times it depending on when the flight.
I remember that we talk about brain, brain,
Yeah, and
and
specifically,
and our
why are we in a bed shop now? What were we talking about specifically?
because sleep is very important. If we lack of sleep, and it will deprive, the condition of our brain.
That's
It
right.
make our brain, it's bad at our health. It may cause some disease like diabetes,
That's right.
something like that.
Yeah, it was how it affects the whole body. Now, April, you're looking after your grandchild, but I take it you can you don't have to actually have him stay with you. He's not staying in your house. Am I right?
You mean the whole day, 24 hours?
24 hours overnight is what I'm talking
Sometimes,
about. Oh,
uh,
right. Does he keep you
sometimes.
awake?
No, not really.
Okay, well, that's good. So, this week we're going to talk about why sleeping is so important and also how you feel when you aren't well rested. Now, I've changed the format of the session a little bit because of Shiny's feedback. And Shiny, please, 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 don't worry about giving feedback. It's what I live for. I'm so glad when people do. So many people just don't give me feedback. So don't apologise for saying, what you would like. That's... Oh, Monique's... Oh, hang on. Let's see if we can find Monique. Monique's trying to join us. I'll just offer her a teleport. She might be able to find us up here, but she might not. Okay. So, good
I only see a
afternoon.
poodle.
It's Lynn here from
I
the Learn
only see
English
a poodle.
Network, and April's started to talk. So, hi, April. Okay, I've just started the stream. Sorry, let me do my blurb. So we're in our skybox. Now, when I say skybox, I mean skybox. It's a box, and it's in the sky. And the reason we use the skybox, it's a very clever piece of software developed by very clever people, which allows us to just immerse ourselves a little bit in different places from Google Maps. Okay, and you can see today the theme is going to be sleep still, because we're in a bed shop. Don't you love it? And sadly, Shiny and April can't see it, but you can see that it's got lots of sheets, night dresses, even towels, dressing gowns, bedding. Yeah, it's got loads of stuff, honestly. You'll have to take my word for it, guys, or watch the stream. So, take a pew. Now, Shiny was asking about how to get here. Um, if you get the link in a message, you can't click on it. Well, it depends how you've got your permissions set up, but generally you can't click on it. What you do is you cut and paste it into the address bar, okay? And then you should be able to just click return and end up at that place. Or, especially for this session, click on a telepad. You'll get a little menu and you'll see round here, I think, Skybox. Okay, it won't show up now because we're in the Skybox. It'll only show you where you can go, not where you are. So if I wanted to go to the sandbox, I'd just click on sandbox